What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 73 of Laying in the Fairway. Today is Thursday, September 26th. Let's get it.
Sup,
What's up,
Stu?
what's up, Ken? Just lost in the days
What?
here.
Huh?
I said I'm lost in the days here. Yeah, I
Oh,
just
yeah.
repeated back to you what the day was, and I still had to look at I pulled up the calendar
Yeah,
on
I'm
my laptop.
looking at my day like the 26th already. Shit.
God damn.
Uh, September's
Yeah.
flying by. We're in week
Fucking
4 of
right.
NFL season already, dude.
Dude, that is
Crazy.
kind of crazy. That's super crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
What the fuck
I
happened?
feel like we just had our fantasy draft and we've already ran through 3 weeks of fantasy football.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Commanders are
Mm-hmm.
in first place. Life is
Yeah.
good. Golf
I'm not
game,
here to talk football. Titans are
mediocre.
terrible.
You've had some splash plays, Will Levis,
God, yeah. Fucking, he's a
looking like Mark
dumbass.
Sanchez out there.
Yeah, they're going to have the number one pick in the draft probably. So I'll be looking forward to that. But I'm glad it's in a football podcast. I'd be a lot more depressed if I had to prepare to talk football every Wednesday night.
Yeah.
um, But it's a golf podcast, and we're in the fucking doldrums of golf season, so this might be more depressing. I did go to the driving range over the weekend, and that was it was with my son, so you know how that kind of goes. Just like, all right, you hit, and I'm just when I'm not paying attention to you, I'm gonna take a couple swings, kind of deal. But felt good, knocked the rust off. I haven't played since fantasy draft that we talked about a little bit ago, so knock the rust off before our golf trip. 2 weeks.
A big
Two
golf trip coming
weeks.
up.
It's gonna be here before we know it. Um,
It is all golf trip season.
yeah.
More of a low key golf trip. More focused on
It
golf.
for
Less of a
sure.
party. Less of the
100%.
springtime. Springtime has a magical feel coming. Everyone's got a little extra um, craziness to let out coming off of winter, being cooped up all
Oh
winter. You're
yeah.
excited for summer. Springtime's here. That trip's more of a party. The fall golf trip, nice, easy. Focus on golf. Little President's Cup, Ryder Cup style.
Mm-hmm.
Love
100%
the
focus on the
format.
golf. Um, the like the chill bonding time after golf
Chill.
is solid. Whatever you want to call it. Playing poker with the boys. College football season. We're gonna playoff baseball. Um, the O's are going to be in the playoffs. So me and at least one other person, our boy Sam's going to be locked in on the O's, I'm sure. Yeah, the best college football weekend
Yep.
of the year, probably. Like looking at the slate, it's incredible. Yeah, I don't know. Just get away, time with the boys, play golf during the day.
Nothing like it. Yep.
Yeah, it really like
Little dollar
it needs to
blackjack.
be a law where you like bake once a month, once every 2 months, like a trip like this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Even
I
if
think
it's
we
like
need.
a shorthand, like it doesn't have to be the full 4 days. Like, hey, we're gonna do 36 holes, get up here the night before, play early, and we can keep it local, and then poker at night with the boys, and boom, back home. Maybe we
Mm-hmm.
need to bake that in, like, hey, the last Saturday of every month, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I keep
Yeah.
seeing all like the spots on Instagram now. I feel like they're blowing up. There's all like these resorts everywhere in
They
Texas
really
and
are.
Florida.
And people are
Texas might
like,
be a little tough for a weekend trip for us. That's a little far, but you might. There's some spots
well,
you get a 3-4 hour flight.
it's kind of
Um,
crazy because like they used to have like, oh, here are your golf trip spots. You go to Bandon, you go to
Pinehurst,
Pinehurst, you go to Wisconsin and play Aaron and what's it, Whistling Straits,
Whistling Straits.
or you go to the place in
Look,
Canada. What's the place in it's
oh
like
yeah,
Nova Scotia or whatever, Cape whatever the fuck it's called. But
yeah.
it
I
looks
don't know.
sweet. But and now like every state has like their golf trip destination.
Yeah. There's a
I don't
bunch of
know where
resorts.
that came from. Yeah.
There's a resort down your way. It's like the number one spot in
It's
Virginia.
sick. It's sick.
Yeah.
And there's houses like there's villas there, and but you have to be it's part of Dormy Network. So maybe they've branched out and oh wait, you're talking about I know what you're talking about now. I was thinking Ballyhack. You're talking Primland.
Yes. Primland.
Primland. Oh Lord.
Looking prime.
So Primland is it's about an hour 20 from me. It's in the
Yeah.
middle
It's
of
down
nowhere.
there.
There's literally in the middle of nowhere, and you
Yeah.
turn off a road and then drive like 20 minutes down this road to get to it. It's top-notch resort, equestrian, pheasant hunting, and golf. So big
Yeah. It's
money,
a little
big money.
classy place.
It's also to stay there is like $700 a night.
Yeah. I think the golf is $300
Yeah,
around.
it's
I'm sure there's a golf package that's like
very expensive.
slightly better, but like there's spots like this now, like everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a couple spots in Virginia like this, but there's also like the cheaper options. There's the one in Maryland with the casino. You got the golf up at like I think it's near Wisp.
Mm-hmm.
I forget
Yeah,
the name
Wisp
of that.
is sick. Wisp is sweet, man.
Can't
I've
really
played
go
there.
there in the fall or the winter, but Dan, Virginia is probably not the best for a fall, but like
Yeah.
probably a little cold. But um, yeah, there's these spots everywhere. You could definitely bake in a few.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is you
Yep.
got the spring golf trip, then you got member guests in June time frame. Then
Mm-hmm.
you got like family vacations. I mean, but if you could sneak in another one in like
Yeah.
August, like July, maybe
Well, I think that we need to just maybe take
Mhm.
this fall golf trip on the road.
or that. Yeah, start flying around the country.
Yeah. I mean, go to Alabama, you go to Florida, like keep it in the South, and
Yeah,
you're good to
keep this
go.
in the south. Maybe do a winter northern one in July.
Okay.
So that way we
Okay.
got add another one.
Why
One a
not?
quarter. One
Yeah.
every quarter.
You just keep
I mean, if you
pushing
go to
pushing the boundaries,
well,
and your
if you go
wife
to
divorces
Florida,
you.
instead of fall, you could push the fall golf trip a little later, or you could even move it to like February if you're going to Florida. If you're going far enough
Yeah.
south, you could go down in February, break the doldrums of winter, move the fall
Yeah.
one a little
That's when
earlier.
when we're rich and you're working on your second marriage. You
Oh, yeah.
yeah, because if you start taking golf trips every season of the year, every month of every season,
I mean, yeah, we just
you're
gotta
gonna
get
be
rich,
in for
dude.
it.
We just gotta get rich. Then you
Yeah,
get the
right.
PJ. Once all you need is the PJ, and then the golf trip. You go down Saturday morning, hit the 36, fly back Sunday. No big deal.
Done. Done.
Yeah. What are we doing? Why don't we just gotta get rich. That's it.
Yeah.
Solve all of our problems.
Done. Done. Well, one day, one day, we're gonna be like 70. Finally.
That's the
Yeah.
problem. Once you're 70, you can't fucking hit the ball for shit anymore. Playing the up tees. You can't even drink anymore, really. You
Yeah.
have like two
You'll
beers and
still
it's
be
fucking
a sick fuck when you're 70 though, so it doesn't matter. You'll just be drinking something different and still be a dirty old bastard.
Ooh, looking up Primland, $1,000 per night. Yikes. All right.
Okay.
That's definitely
Yeah.
a 70-year-old trip. All right. Yeah. Once we're
Yeah, down near
retired,
me. Down near me.
use your social
Must be
security.
must be a different neighborhood than I'm living
Yeah. All right. Well, there's got to be a cheap casino somewhere.
in.
All right. We're going to Charlestown,
All
West
right,
Virginia. That's
the turf it is.
yeah. There's a golf course around there. I'm sure they got a bus, and then the bus takes you straight back to the casino.
Then another bus for the late night. You're good to
All
go.
right. All right, who's spending $1,000 to go to Dan, Virginia? Good
Dude,
God.
Meadows of Dan. It's not Dan, Meadows of Dan.
Well, all right.
Yeah. It's a
I guess there's,
shithole too. There's literally nothing there.
I guess there's rich people. Well, maybe you get an Airbnb down near somewhere, and then you just go pay for the golf.
Yeah. No, it does look sick though. But that's for a different time period of our life, apparently.
Different tax bracket.
Yeah. So I know you had a busy weekend. You had a wedding this weekend. Your brother
Little
got
bro got
married. Pretty
married.
sick.
Yeah,
Pretty awesome.
great time.
Yeah.
Didn't
And
bode well for watching the BMW. I'll tell you that.
no, I
So
honestly didn't take in much of it either. Saturday I actually went to wasn't a funeral, it was a celebration of life thing in Richmond. Just a quick day trip, just me, no family, for a family member. And then Sunday, it was just watching golf, sitting on the couch watching golf was just not in the cards Sunday. Unfortunately, it was errands, and then I did take my son to the driving range, which was nice. Um, he's liking it more and more. So start the addiction
the plan
young.
is working. The plan's working.
Yeah.
It's our only
Yeah.
hope to keep our games alive
It
for the next
really
10
is.
years. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, son, we're going to the course, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. I really got to take him to the course, then really just get the hooks in. But yeah, I went to the range Sunday, and then I kind of kept track on my phone and saw I was more tracking our picks, and I saw like Bobby Mack wasn't really he was like top 10-ish, and Rasmus Højgaard was like top 10 all week, and then just shit the bed on Sunday. I mean, couldn't have happened to a better podcast, honestly. And he finished T38. He was like T11 going into Sunday and finished T38. So,
Dagger.
yeah, huge dagger.
Yeah,
Didn't really know
Bobby
what to
Mack
expect.
was in there all weekend.
Yeah,
Um,
but
and then Saturday he didn't really
yeah,
do much, and then Sunday he was at like 12 under, I think, and the leaders were sitting at 16, 17. They finished at
yeah,
20, I think, to get into the playoffs.
yeah. Yeah, it was
Uh,
Billy Ho, Rory, and Thurston Lawrence. Just
so that
all-time
dude,
name. All-time
he
name.
got hot.
Yeah, he shot like 7 or 8 under on Sunday.
Yeah, pretty
But
wild.
yeah, Billy Ho wins. American going over, kicking ass. Love to see it.
Big
Dude,
win for him.
like I know we dog Rory. Rory is, especially over there, always in the
In the
hunt.
mix. Yeah.
It's crazy, and
Well, that's
he
2 weeks in a row. He got
seems to
second at
lose
the
a lot. He
Scottish.
seems to lose a lot,
This
but
this year he's losing.
it's like the dude's always in the mix. I mean, that's why his number was what, like plus 550 or whatever
He was plus
going into the
550.
week.
Like he was the pick, but I don't know, 550 obviously didn't turn out. That would have pissed me off if I
Yeah.
ended up picking him, but
Yeah. Well, these DP events are crazy. So I was looking at, like, not to jump way ahead, but this week they have the one in Spain, and Rom's actually playing in it, and he's plus 300. It's just like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like,
Well, it's like
is it
betting
that bad over
Scotty.
there?
Yeah. It's like betting Scotty, but without
All the PGA Tour play. Yeah, I guess.
well, but without the almost guarantee that Scotty's gonna win it.
Yeah, true. True.
Yeah, I don't really trust Rom to win at plus 300. I mean,
Nah.
home country. Obviously, he just had his third kid, so
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know if
and
it's good or bad.
it's kind of weird because it seemed like everybody said he had a shit year. I mean, he didn't play
He
well in the
won Live.
majors, but he won everything in Live, which,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Like, you can't hang your hat on that. It's not that big of a deal, but he obviously like played some good
Played good
golf.
golf. Yeah, right. Especially
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Wise plus
Absolutely.
300, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, I still don't trust him just because he hasn't done
Uh,
it. He didn't do shit in the majors, so I kind of like,
yeah. Go back to the hack. Well, he has to play 72 holes this weekend. So,
right. Well, he blew up at the Olympics on Sunday, man. Shit, before
yeah.
sundown.
He's not used to playing that. Yeah. But it's actually a good field in there. But, anyways, back to Billy Ho. I guess he's back. Like, what? It wasn't even. We were doing this podcast when he like shot 84 and was crying
Yeah,
during a podium
absolutely. Yeah,
on the podium, right? Like that wasn't that long ago.
didn't seem like it.
And now he's just back to playing good golf and he's a good
Yeah,
golfer.
hell yeah, good for him.
Yeah, good for him. It's weird because I always thought he was a douchebag just because he looks like a douchebag. And I think maybe him looking like Christian Bale and me thinking Christian Bale in American Psycho type deal. And it's like just dumb brain working. And it's like, I don't know, he's a douchebag because he looks like that. But he actually seems like a pretty good guy when it comes down to it.
I
He like
think
seems
so.
to. I
Yeah,
think he is, and he's like pretty grateful for like, everything.
he's
I'm like, oh
yeah, he's
man,
just like a hard worker, grateful. I do
maybe I'm a
think
douchebag.
yeah, I think we found. I think we just had a breakthrough.
Yeah, this is my
Uh,
therapy session. Maybe I'm just a douchebag, huh?
oh
It's all
man,
adding
we
up.
finally figured it out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I think, well, it's funny you brought up American Psycho because I think he is an American Psycho for sure.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of one of those dudes who's just like super intense into like health and like working out and like
Yeah.
fucking just whatever his craft is just like a psycho about it.
Yeah. It's
I
like
mean, it's a kind of a
David
psycho on
Goggins.
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, and he's kind of a psycho on the golf course. I mean, he's super
Mhm.
intense and like he gets pissed off if he misses a putt. Like he's kind of a psycho on the golf course. He's got that
Yeah.
like kind of like the Keegan Bradley like intense like look. I don't know.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, he's apparently like a freak on the practice range, just always practicing, always working on his game. So um, good to see him play well. But yeah,
Yeah. Right.
definitely,
You
definitely
beat
a
out Rory. You beat Rory. That's a fucking hell of a weekend.
mhm.
Um, and Rory, like, it was weird. Like I said, I was busy, so I was just checking the leaderboard, and he wasn't in the lead ever until like the end. It seemed, just by
No.
checking that. But like, I guess he just, I mean, he knows when to turn it on.
Well, him
He's
and
obviously,
Horschel turned it
yeah.
on the back nine on Sunday because Lawrence was going off and
And
he was kind of
Mateo
2 up.
Manacera was in the lead like the whole time. It seemed.
Yeah, well, yeah. He was hot all weekend. Then he started
Mhm.
getting a little swirly, and Lawrence started birdieing, and then Rory was like two back, 2 or 3 back. Horschel was 2 or 3 back as well. Um, and then they closed it out to get into the playoff. I had the wedding. There was a wedding brunch afterwards. My eyesight started
Just
getting a little
continue the
swirly.
party.
We tried to
Yeah.
part. Well, it
You're like,
was
what's going on
the
here?
yeah, it was the hangover cure. There was no transition to have a
Yeah.
couple of hangover cure. Just transition straight back into the party from the night before.
Yeah.
And
Usually the hangover cure needs like a nap on the back end, and then you're
you
just
need a
like
nap.
a person again.
Yeah. So I got to the point where I needed a nap, and then people were still hanging around at the brunch waiting, for their flights or to leave,
Yeah.
and it just kind of kept going until I missed the ending of the BMW. I'll just say,
Yeah, football started too,
yeah,
and well, your team wasn't playing, so
the
but
Commanders were not
football,
playing.
yeah, no, they didn't play till
But the
Monday.
red zone, you can't watch golf
Yeah.
with the red zone. It's just
Well, I don't know. I watched golf Solheim Cup weekend instead of
that's true. We did talk
football.
about that last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I did do that. And I might do it again this weekend. I don't know. I mean, Sunday football, like
Well,
your
yeah,
team
President's Cup.
sucks.
Yeah, you're gonna watch President's Cup.
Yeah,
Commanders don't play
like
till 4, thankfully.
so you're
Um,
good, but like for me, like my team sucks. I don't care. I'm out already. Week 3, we're out. It's fantasy football or bust. And UVA football, they're 3-1, but I looked at their schedule. They'll probably lose every game going forward. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, no, it's President's Cup. That's what's going to be on my TV this weekend. I'll probably have the fancy ticker going in the
uh-oh.
on my phone, but
We've got issues. Sunday
uh,
doesn't start till noon, so it ends at 6.
yikes.
Ah. Why don't they start at like 9 a.m. like the Solheim? That was nice. They finished up at
Mhm.
like 2 o'clock, so you could switch back over to
Yeah,
football.
I honestly like maybe it's because the Solheim was in Gainesville. I felt more juiced up for that than I do for the President's Cup right now. And the President's Cup is kind of like just the leftovers, man. Like the
It's a
Ryder
it's a,
Cup's the real. It's not the Ryder Cup.
it's not the Ryder Cup for sure. Solheim
But
Cup
this,
is the
it
equivalent of the Ryder
me
Cup, so it's a
it
little
being at
bit.
RTJ, I think had a lot to do with us
Oh
being
yeah, 100%.
way more interested.
But yeah, I liked, man, starting early was nice.
Yeah, that was
Twelve
that.
to
Yeah, that was
6
huge
Sunday,
too.
man. That's
And
what
golf
are they
is a
doing?
sport you can start early. It's not like
Yeah, 9 a.m.
yeah,
You need something to watch at 9 a.m.
because where are they playing? Montreal.
Montreal, that's East Coast.
Yeah, that's. I mean, regular time.
Same time
Like
zone.
it's not something crazy. Ooh, we already have day one matchups out. I guess that starts tomorrow. Shit. Like
Tomorrow,
I didn't
shit,
put
yeah,
two and two
tomorrow's
together.
Thursday.
All right. So we've got some day one matchups out. Let's just jump into the President's Cup. President's Cup, it's the stepbrother to the Ryder Cup, but I still have a soft spot for it, I think, because it was held at RTJ for so many years and I've been to
Yep.
a pile of them. Like I've been to a lot of practice rounds. I've been to a lot of actual tournament dates. Like I've met Phil there. I've seen Tiger. Like I've done shit there. Like it does still have something, but it's
It's
not the
got
Ryder
some
Cup,
juice.
obviously. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got some juice, but all right, so we got the 4-1 or day one 4-ball matchups out. First match out the gate, Xander and Finau versus Jason Day and Ben On.
Easy W for the US team.
Yeah,
Not
US
easy, but I'm going
minus
US
one.
1-0.
They're minus 160, plus 130 for the internationals. I'm just looking at betting lines here. Morikawa and Thigala versus Adam Scott and Minwoo Lee.
Hmm.
The internationals are still plus money. They're plus 110. It's kind of, I mean,
Yeah.
it might as well be pick them, but that's going to be a tough match.
Yeah.
This match,
Adam Scott and Minwoo.
I'm about to say right here, I don't know why the internationals are plus money. I think they're going to win this match. Scotty Scheffler and Russell Henley versus Siwoo and Tom Kim. Siwoo and Tom Kim 2 years ago were lightning rods, dude. I don't know what the record was, but I remember all the highlights. And Tom Kim was a madman during. I mean, he was almost like Patrick Reed style. Like I'm gonna try to carry this team on my back. Siwoo and Tom Kim were plus 130 in that match.
I got Sung Jae on mine.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Reading, tough reading. That's all right. I'm reading. Hey, hand up.
Well, I think
Hand up.
Sung Jae is a better golfer than Siwoo. So
Yeah, but Siwoo and
plus
Tom
plus
Kim.
175 on FanDuel.
Oh wow, that's a good number. I have plus 130 on ESPN. Then we got Wyndham and Keegan versus Taylor Pendrith and Christian Bezuidenhout.
Easy W for the US.
You think? And then Cantlay and Burns versus Matsuyama and Corey Connors. I don't know why, but if I'm Mike Weir, like I'm putting my Canadians together, I'm putting my Koreans together, I mean, he has a couple Koreans together, he has some Aussies together. But there's another Aussie up here and another Korean up here playing together, and then you got a Japanese guy in Matsuyama and a Canadian dude. Like, I mean, I guess eventually they all have to play together, but I don't know. I'm keeping like a pod system, which obviously didn't work for the Americans in the Ryder Cup, but like these are my guys. They play together.
Yeah, I mean, you would think the Canadians are all buddies too. They all went to like the same school.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you don't want, maybe you don't want to just do strictly friends though. Get a little too
Maybe.
comfortable. You can't like
I mean, I would
the Canadians are
disagree.
too nice to each other. They don't want to be like, well, I mean, you're not playing captains. You don't have to really do
Yeah.
anything. You're playing your own ball, four ball. Like, yeah, you probably just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
interesting.
But those are
Probably why they
matches to
lose every
start.
time.
Yeah, right. I mean, US is heavy favorites to win it, obviously.
Yeah, I think they go. Let's see, 1, 2,
What? So maybe
3,
like,
4. I think they go up 4-1 early tomorrow morning,
yeah, maybe.
or
I don't
maybe
know.
three and a half,
The
1.5.
internationals have gotten better though, like way better in the past. I'd say 8 to 12 years than they were like when we were kids. Like some of these names, like some of these dudes are dogs. Like Decky was incredible this past year. Adam Scott's still a dog. Like
Yep, Minwoo,
Minwoo's awesome.
all
Jason
the
Day's awesome.
Koreans.
Like Jason Day's back. Like yeah, all the Koreans are. I feel like what's that meme? It's like Hideki dog, Sungjae dog, Adam Scott dog.
Yeah, I agree. I just think we're gonna wax their ass.
Yeah, I mean, we should.
I just
So
think the four balls. I mean,
yeah.
come Sunday, it'd be a toss up. I think these four balls. I think we got a big advantage looking at these matchups tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. So explain this to me. Maybe you don't know. Maybe I don't know. The betting. I'm looking at this. There's two lines under tournament winner. There's winner USA minus 250, internationals plus 250, and then to lift the trophy is minus 320 US plus 230 internationals. What's the difference? Like, is it because if there's a tie, like the US still technically wins, but
Yep.
we don't lift the trophy? Is that what that is? I would assume.
No, well, we retain the trophy if we tie. Right?
So if we tie, okay. So if we tie, we still get to lift the trophy, but we don't win. I get it. Okay. So it's
Yeah.
opposite of what I said. All right, that makes sense. All right, cool. That
I think.
rarely happens unless Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player are captains and they just agree to have a handshake. But
Well, that's like how the
Yeah,
Ryder Cup works. I don't know if that's how the President's
it
Cup's works.
must be.
I mean, it
It
must
must
be
be.
because, like, yeah, like,
Because there's a line to tie. To tie is plus 1,500.
okay,
So,
interesting.
all right, cool. Well, yeah, we got President's Cup this weekend. Go Team USA. I mean, I'm gonna try to keep up with it. I know college football wise, UVA has a bye week this week. I don't think they're playing. Titans don't care if they're playing, so I'm not gonna be locked in on football other than like fancies, honestly. And then, yeah, perfect weekend to lock in on some golf for your boy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we probably should watch it. This pretty big event. We do have a golf podcast.
Yeah,
Next week.
probably should lock
You
in.
watch the President's Cup? Nah, I was
Yeah,
cut my
I mean,
grass, and took a shit instead.
but with with the DP World Tour, yeah, we made picks on it last week, but did you really care?
No.
No.
I will say, what any any of these guys gonna be a little distracted being in Montreal?
Ooh,
Big strip
I know
club
you.
city. Any horn
Yeah.
dogs that we can bet against?
All right, let's look at the list here. Not Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele.
Or
Wouldn't put it past him.
Xander and Patrick Cantlay gonna be out late night, I
Yeah,
bet.
because they're boys.
Yeah.
Brian Harmon, no. Russell Henley, no. Tony Finau, I'm pretty sure he's Mormon, no.
Family
Um,
man.
Thigala, it would be his first time, but he'd
Yeah,
probably tag
they
along.
might
He, he
take
might
the
tag
guy out.
along. All right, the internationals. Adam Scott, they all might just come to him, so he might
Yeah.
not have to go anywhere. Yeah, and then Jason Day and Minwoo Lee are gonna just tag along with that.
Definitely Minwoo. I think Minwoo might be the
Yeah,
party animal.
yeah. They had like their date night dinner tonight, and the President's Cup posted pictures and saw the guys with their wives, and let's just say some of them might decide to experience the town.
With their wives there, yeah, I'm sure. All right, I bet Bazoodinhood's definitely going out.
Yeah,
South African, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, he gone.
Yeah,
Bet against him.
all the Asians, you'll just find them at the casino. They're just like,
Cribbing six. And it's
oh
Canadian
shit.
dollars, so it's like it's not even
Oh
real
yeah,
money. It's not even real money. It's basically
yeah.
fake. They're gonna be so rich,
It's
dude.
a fucking discount. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. Well, President's Cup. Love team golf. Kind of gets us hyped for our golf trip, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe
it
we
just
should get
leads
some
right in.
presidential hats. Yeah.
Yeah, right. We did put out some prop bets on the socials. I went with our guy Minwoo. I love Minwoo. I don't know what it is. I think it's probably just he smokes the ball and has like 195 ball speed every time he
Yep.
hits it. But Minwoo to be the top rookie points getter. It was plus 750. It's so when I posted that it was plus 750, it's already down to plus 500.
Dang.
Which is kind of crazy because we just talked about that this morning, or just posted that this morning. But Min was just a really good golfer, and I think he's gonna keep just getting better and like really show out. think he's gonna have a big year on tour this year. He's only 25. Like these young dudes, just it seems like they don't really feel pressure. I don't know why. Like Tom Kim a couple years ago didn't seem to
Right.
feel pressure. Like just too dumb
What
to
are the
know
other
type
options on
deal.
that one?
On top rookie point scorer, Wyndham
Yeah.
Clark plus 275, Sahith Theegala plus 280, Russell Henley plus 400, Brian Harman plus 700, Mac Hughes plus 800. Minwoo, like I said, currently is at plus 500 at the time we're speaking right now, but this morning is plus 750. Wyndham Clark, I mean, had a good season. Theegala had a really good season. Henley had a really good season. I don't know. I just think the U.S. team's so deep too that Minwoo could just play every session, and these guys aren't going to play every session.
Right.
You know, like that has a lot to do with it in my mind.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like Minwoo on that bet a lot. Yeah, because Clark might not play every session.
No, not none of them. I mean, some of the like Theegala might because he's young, but like it's rare the Americans play every session with one guy plays every session. I think.
Right. Yeah, I would guess Scotty, unless he wants a break for whatever reason. But yeah, I like that Minwoo pick a
Yeah.
lot.
Dude, to pick the correct score bets are so juicy. It's like picking exact score in an NFL game where it's just like, oh my god, these odds are insane. But some of them are pretty. I mean, I don't know. It's such a
Yeah.
crapshoot with half points, so it'd be impossible almost.
Right.
No wonder they're juicy.
Plus 900, plus 1,000.
Yeah, and then you have some match that's probably not even televised on the back
It
end because
doesn't
the
even
tournament's
matter.
already over, and some guy has it, and you lose your bet. Could you imagine
Yep.
that? Oh my god, that would happen too,
Yep.
dude. But the winning margin bets, were kind of odd in my mind. The favorite is U.S. by 7 or more
7 plus.
points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a ton. Like
I'll
I'm
go on a limb and
thinking,
say that's not happening.
no, I'm thinking the 1 to 3 or 4 to 6 like is way more in the
Yeah.
like it's not they're not going to blow them out. I mean 7 plus points is what? I mean, what's that score? That's a 20, no, not 20. That'd be 19 to 11, 18 and a half to 11 and a half
Yeah,
or
it seems like
better.
a lot.
18 and a half or 11 and a half or better. That's a blowout. That's not happening.
Yeah.
That's
That's
not
plus
happening at all.
1,200, 18 and a half, 11 and a half. I don't know. That seems crazy.
Yeah. That's an absolute blowout. But that's, I guess, what they think is going to happen. I don't see it. I think the internationals are better than they've ever been, probably.
Yeah.
They're definitely missing some live guys that could play, like Joaquin Neiman. Neiman would be big. Answer. Trying to think of anybody else that might have this internet. I mean, they have some other international guys like Mito Pereira, Carlos Ortiz, but those guys aren't making the team. But yeah, I don't know. I think the international team's stronger than people give them credit for. So
I wouldn't be shocked if they won this year, honestly.
yeah. Well, and then there's
Got to win sometime.
the South Africans. I mean, like Oosthuizen's older and stuff like that, but he's still a fucking golf. Like he still has game. All the Aussies, Cam Smith.
Yeah.
I guess the international team is missing some fucking really good golfers. Cam Smith,
Yeah, but we're
Mark
missing Bryson.
Leishman, yeah, Bryson Brooks. Sebastian Munoz. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely missing some people, but I don't know. I'm not gonna overlook the international team at all.
No, definitely not. Well, my pick went a little crazy.
Feeling crazy this morning.
Did Tony Finau hole in one plus 21,000. No real reason. Just
It'll make your year.
yeah. Just need a big head start this year. So going out on a limb. Why not? I can see
Yep.
Tony doing it. I don't know. He's just a good guy. He's just gonna be happy out there and be firing at some pins.
Yep. There you have it. There you have it, folks. Hell yeah. Well, I don't really have too much else besides go Team USA.
USA, baby.
Yeah. Start following along tomorrow. Probably be retweeting some stuff and retweeting some videos and shit like that. But while I'm supposed to be working. But hell yeah, go Team USA. Let's take them up, stack it on top of that Solheim Cup, and maybe they'll carry it through and get the Ryder Cup next year. Take them all home. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I did see people already like out at Bethpage practicing for like day before the President's Cup start, and I saw a bunch of Ryder Cup for next year already starting. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's odd behavior, but
Yeah. I mean, obviously not our players on the President's Cup team, but like people out scouting. It was like Gary Player. I mean, just random people. Maybe it wasn't Gary Player. I don't know. I forget who it was. But a bunch of people out at Bethpage already, like scoping it out.
Hell yeah. Well, that's the granddaddy of them.
That is.
President's Cup's sweet, but Ryder Cup's going to be the real one. That's going to be a fun one, too. Bethpage.
Yep.
Yeah. Your boy Keegan. Keegan might have a big week at the President's Cup. This is probably the last thing he's ever going to play in.
Yeah. I mean, I expect a big boy. Maybe sprinkle him top points getter.
Yeah. Keegan.
USA.
All right. Go Team USA. We want to thank everyone for listening. Check us out on our socials at Fairway Pod on Twitter, at Laying in the Fairway on Instagram, and search Laying in the Fairway Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to all our channels. Give us a thumbs up, share, comment, all that good shit. Thank y'all.
See y'all.